say 94, 95 with
Make it sound better. We'll add like random numbers. Like, yeah, his drop is 6 inches. Wow, that's unbelievable.
Dang, I could not. Oh my god. I'd get annoyed at that too. If it's 10-2 and it's fifth inning,
Or like the second inning.
oh, time of the softball games. Like, alright, just send it back.
Mercy rule, damn it. Should be in every sport.
It's college. It's sports now.
As we welcome you inside, or should I say outside, the Viterbo Outdoor Athletic Complex for the CCAC Women's Soccer bout between the Trinity Christian Trolls and the Viterbo V-Hawks. I'm Cooper Lipsky. Glad you could join us here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. The second game of this Viterbo soccer doubleheader. The men's team just secured a 6-1 conference victory over the St. Ambrose Fightin' Bees, and with the women's side looking to do much the same against the Trinity Christian Trolls. The Trolls enter at a 3-6-0 mark, 1-2 in conference play. For Viterbo, they are 4-1 with a 3-0 conference record coming off of, or currently on a 3-game winning streak. While for Trinity Christian, looking to right the ship, they've won 1 of their last 5, the other 4 being losses. We'll take a look at the starting lineups for the visiting side. Gabriel Sitibaldi. It'll be Uribari in goal with Wind, Ling, and Terpstra. The back line with the midfield consisting of Genk, Clark, Weineke, Taminga, Gill, and Arredondo. And up front is number 24 being Renee Vandertweeg. Then for the home side, for Viterbo, they'll look like this. Zilm in goal with Bubbers, Little, and Hedges, the back defensive 3, with Prokopek, Ureta, Carweek, Hill, and Kelly making up the midfield. Dammer, Shaw, and Bristol up front. Viterbo coming off of a 4-1 victory over Judson on the road. As for Trinity Christian, they're coming off of a 3-0 shutout loss at the hands of the St. Xavier. I believe they're called the Wildcats. Well, we're off and running. Viterbo going to be donning the white kits here in this one this afternoon. They'll be moving left to right, and already breaking forward with it up the near side is Shaw. Viterbo already feeding it forward. This one played all the way through to Uribari. As for Trinity Christian, they'll be in the blue kits here this afternoon. They'll be moving right to left on whatever you're watching on. As always, we're glad you're here for it. As already trying to get something on goal. This one fired up over top of the crossbar. Of course, last time we were here, we saw a Viterbo victory at home. Of course, they've been on the road for about the last week with a 3-0 victory over Indiana South Bend on the road, and a victory, as we just mentioned, against Judson. As they look to remain dominant. Of course, last time at home, a 6-2 victory over Governor State in that one. Of course, I say the player to watch for Viterbo in this one tonight is going to be that of Brindley Kelly, coming off of a hat trick against Indiana South Bend, as this one turned on goal and well over the crossbar. Turned forward by Weineke. Leading goal scorer with 3 goals. She'll be the player to watch for the Trolls here in this one. As we mentioned, if you're tuning in to the men's soccer broadcast, we mentioned that this game, and you take a look at the records, Viterbo off to a great start in conference play. Perfect 3-0. Remaining in first place with those 9 points. For Trinity Christian, only 1 victory. That coming against the newest member of the conference, Mount Mercy, out there in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Able to sneak 5 goals past, where all 5 goal scorers were different. Throw-in going to come in on the near side by Mackenzie Ling. Played out to the near side to Shaw. Shaw with a really good performance against that Governor State squad here at home last time around. Dispatching a pair of goals. Breaking forward on the far side, on the left side, cutting into the box. One man to beat, able to get it right in front to Paxton Bristol, and Viterbo already up by a goal. 3 minutes off the clock. Wonderful start to this one for the V-Hawks, as Brindley Callie able to assist Paxton Bristol. She did all the legwork and put it on a tee for Bristol to put that one in the back of the goal. Always said it's going to be a party tonight if a men's team got a victory over St. Ambrose. And I don't know if you heard that, the music bumping from the car on the way out. But already here, women's side looking to celebrate as well. Oktoberfest weekend here in La Crosse. Viterbo already up 1-0. Always got to be around for the festivities on Oktoberfest weekend. Here goes Kelly up the left side once again, much like the last time she set up the goal. Can she get it into Bristol? Not this time, as Uribari able to pounce on it. But how about that? 3rd minute of the match, Viterbo already up by a goal here from the Outdoor Athletic Complex. As Paxton Bristol able to dispatch her 5th goal of the season. You say, well, who's got more than her if she's not number 1? That'd be Brindley Kelly, who's got 6. She's, as we mentioned, coming off of a hat trick, 3-goal performance against Judson. That 4-1 victory well on their way. I mean, still got another 87 minutes left to play, but as it sits right now, the result holds. They'll move to a 4-0 record. Good times going on for the Viterbo athletics program. Women's volleyball team off to a great start as well. It's trying to play that ball forward and kicked out of play incidentally by Mackenzie Ling. But already quick to it, you know. I mean, 20 minutes ago, we were in the middle of another game, and quick turnaround, I suppose. You know, we saw women's teams getting loose for this one on the practice pitch just beyond the far line. As once again, here comes Kelly into the box. One person to beat. And they look like they use that practice field to its fullest intended purpose. Already off to 2 goals here in the first 5 minutes. Paxton Bristol in the 3rd minute. And here in the 6th, it's Brindley Kelly. Just talking about her team-leading 7th goal of the season now for her. And a wonderful start here on this Saturday afternoon. Got to be happy if you're Scott Pernstall right now. He's got his squad rolling. 4 wins in the last 5 matches. As that one played out to the far side and out of play. As Kelly now with her 7th goal, tied for first place in the CCAC with that of a player from St. Francis, Illinois, Isabel Diaz. He's got 7. Of course, as this one transpires, and if any other scores are, any other games, any other matches going on, the CCAC will be the score and whatnot. As this is a Saturday conference matchup, so I imagine that every other conference squad will be in action. I think there's an odd number now because of Mount Mercy joining the conference. Only the women's side is all women's school, so they no men's side to speak of. As here's Arredondo. Tried to get that one on her right foot, played away by Viterbo, however. Headed over to Kelly on the far side. Tries cutting through. Trying to get it forward. That one played out of bounds. Trying to find Hedges breaking forward. But yeah, one thing that has carried over from the first game today is that the wind is still ever prevalent. Other than that, a perfect day for some soccer. And even better for Viterbo. You're up 2 goals in the first 7 minutes of the match. A foul given to Trinity Christian. Before we could get even really settled in for this second match, already 2 goals on the board for the V-Hawks. It appears that Naria Genk is going to take this free kick here. Leading assist, she does have 2 assists this season. And that tops the Troll leaderboard right now. Need a good ball here. This one played in off the crossbar. Still remains loose as the goalkeeper in Zilm remains down in goal. Not a sight you like to see. Madison Zilm, she's been great in goal this season. Has only allowed 3 goals in the last 3 matches. She remains down for the time being. Went up for that ball and came down hard. As Genk tried to put that one in the back of the net. She does have 2 goals this season. She was looking for her 3rd. Clangs it off the crossbar. Here in the 10th minute of the match, we've got a goaltender down. I hope she's all right. Talk a little bit about these 2 teams all time, as Trinity Christian actually has a series lead, 5-3-2 overall. As the Trolls able to secure the victory last season, 1-0 late in the year there, conference play. Last time Viterbo knocked off Trinity Christian, came in a big spot, the CCAC tournament in 2023, ended 1-1, but then penalty kicks, and Viterbo would come out victorious 3-1 in that one. As Aaron Brooks getting loose, the freshman goaltender. She looks like she might have to be called upon here. First 10 minutes of this contest. Talk about that all-time record, as Viterbo actually has a winning record in the last 5 matches. 2 wins, 1 loss, and 2 draws in the last 5 meetings, including that conference tournament bout. Trolls coming off of a great campaign last year. 10 wins, 6 losses, 8 draws overall, finished 6th. Made their way to the NCCAA National Championship and actually won the whole thing. 3rd time winning it with a 3-0 victory over Judson. They got into it at an at-large bid after falling in the regional to Judson in penalty kicks, as a good sight to see Madison Zilm up and walking off with some help, but they'll call upon a freshman goalkeeper, Aaron Brooks, here. He's appeared in 4 matches before, has not made any starts. This will be her 5th match this season, where she has seen time. So we'll see if game plan changes of sorts now with a new goaltender in. As As Aaron Brooks, talking about her a little bit. A freshman from Stacy, Minnesota. Went to Forest Lake High School. As they'll drop the ball to her and already thrown into the fire here. Got a comfortable 2-0 advantage, however. Makes things a little bit easier. As Prokopik Ureta plays this one forward, trying to get it to Shaw. Great defense there by the Trolls, able to cut it off. Played over the top, looking for Bristol once more, and coming out to get it is Uribari. But Viterbo remaining very prevalent in their attacking zone. Now this one played forward, able to hit Weineke. Weineke lays it forward. Pressing now is Genk. As this one will mosey out of bounds. You throw and take it on the far side of the pitch. Ball comes into the 18-yard box. Trying to play it down. It comes back loose to Taminga. They try to continue to press it forward. Trying to get Bristol on the run here. Last line of defense. It's cleared away at the last minute out of the shadow of the goal. And can Bristol turn this one? And she can. As Uribari came out of the goal to try to clear that one away. Miscommunication. Paxton Bristol does not squander the open goal. 3-0 Viterbo in the first 10 minutes of the match. Now up to 6 goals after that one. She continues to climb the ranks on the conference leaderboard. One more goal, and she might have it here. She's able to chest this one down, try to play it forward, but cut off by Samantha Wind. Keep that one from entering the goal. Trying to get it to Shaw on the right side. Able to get past her defender. We saw this quite a bit against Governor State. Left all the way open, able to streak down the field, and I don't know if it's necessarily a pass, but a bit of an odd angle to take a goal or take a shot on goal. Regardless, it is stopped by Uribari. As the Trolls find themselves down by 3 goals to begin this contest. Played all the way through to Brooks, the new goalkeeper out there. No subs on yet, with the exception of her, as this shot going to be twisted and turned on by Naria Genk. Collected by Brooks, and she'll immediately throw it to the right side. Trying to get it to Alex Little. Well, sliding in for it was Riley Terpstra. Cleared this one out. It'll be a throw-in. Trying to pin Viterbo deep here. It's Alex Little to do the throwing. Looks like some of the Viterbo subs getting loose already. Has a head collision there. Casey Hill able to walk it off. Madison Taminga took the knock a bit harder. And because of it, when there is a head injury, in soccer, of course, they have to send her off for the time being to get checked on. She will be able to re-enter. It was a good start to the season for Trinity Christian, starting 2-1 before dropping their next 4 matches. Still somewhat in the middle of that slump, as they've been outscored 14-6. But 5 of those goals coming in one game. Their only win against Mount Mercy. Free kick taken into the box. Chested down, trying to turn on it. Here's Weineke. She's able to get a shot off, but it's rolled into Aaron Brooks. 2 goals from Paxton Bristol in the first 10 minutes, as well as Brindley Kelly make this a 3-0 contest. Viterbo looking to continue their winning ways, trying to make it 4 straight victories in a row and remain undefeated in conference play. Trolls continue to move forward with it. Body collision as the ball falls to Terpstra. Or my apologies, Weineke. Played out of bounds. We have thrown on the far side. Throwing just outside the 18-yard box. Trying to get it forward to Shaw here on the near side. Played out of bounds. Good in defense there by Terpstra. Already our couple of subs coming on in. Malia Kitts for Samantha Wynn. Rochelle Pinto for Madison Domingo. We have our first for Viterbo being Dimphna Giels. Probably butchered that. We'll refer to her as Giels for the rest of the way. As here's Shaw, able to get past the last line of defense. She's on goal here. Can she? Tries to set it up for Paxton, who mishit it and drags it wide right of the net. Another great opportunity for Viterbo. This looks like another sub to check on for Trinity Christian. Viterbo able to improve upon their conference record. You know, they joined in 2023, entering into their first conference match against Governor State. 10-9-3 overall in conference play. As this shot going to be turned on to Brooks, who collects it. Win a round of applause for her effort. Now that they have themselves the 4 wins now 14-9-3, and they're looking to make it 3 wins. So they're trying to make it 14-9-3. Ball floated in the box, punched away, but it's right down to Giels, who can't turn it in. Great stop by goaltender Michelle Uribari. Jump on that one. She's made 9. She's played in 9 matches and has started all 9 this season. As a push by Alex Little will result in a free kick here for Trinity Christian just outside the box. Or no. It's inside the box. You know, the white line where we're sitting up here it really blends in. So a penalty kick opportunity for Naria Genk. Your first penalty kick. The first penalty kick taken for Trinity Christian all year. Can Genk convert? Brooks trying to keep her out. She runs up on the right foot and able to burn it by Aaron Brooks, and Trinity Christian on the board. A deficit cut down by 2 goals now as a penalty given. allows Naria Genk to convert on her third goal of the season. As Madison Dominga able to check back on in. 3-1 the scoreboard's down as well. Rochelle Pinto for Alexa Clark. Maddie Boogerd for Renee Vanderteeg for the Trolls. A trio of subs checking on in. As Viterbo trying to get that goal back. Ball trying to get through to Paxton Bristol once again. The leading goal scorer in this one has herself a brace. Gets it to Shaw, trying to get past her defender, Emily Timmer. Timmer good in defense. She's going to have her work cut out for up against Evelyn Shaw on that right side. Ball thrown in, trying to find Bristol. Giel's unable to get ahead to it. Here's Genk. Now this one going to be fed to the near side to Maya Bubbers. Tries to feed in some open space. Giel's fighting with Dominga to go after it. Turbo. Pressure turned on them here in the last couple minutes after that goal. Penalty kick converted by Naria Genk to make it 3-1. Trinity Christian trying to dig themselves out of an early hole. 3 goals in the first 10 minutes for Viterbo. Great ball forward. As Little able to clear it. Here's Dominga trying to get it to the far side. Not on the same page as her intended target. That's Carweek. Tries to feed this one forward for Bristol. It'll be cleared by Mackenzie Ling. .26 minutes left to play here in the first half. It has... Well, I'm going to pause on that. Sometimes, you know, they say, oh, time's going by pretty fast, and then it just slows down right after. So we're not going to say anything about the time. Although I will say it feels like it's been a quick 20 minutes into this match. I will say that. I'm not saying this game's going by fast. I'm just saying that it's been up and down. It's been good pace. Ball fed forward to Genk once again. Trying to go one-on-one. Turns in on her left. Now feeds it back, and a bit too much on the touch there. As Viterbo will let this one play out the back. It'll result in a goal kick here for Aaron Brooks. As Maddie Boogerd was chasing down after that ball. Couldn't quite get to it. They'll take their time here. They've got a 3-goal lead. A little bit of time wasting here in the first half, I suppose. Coming off of an 8th place, 16-point finish last year for Viterbo. Only won 5 games in conference play last year and already off to 3 wins. And if the result holds, it'll be 4 in 4 matches. Imagine having to change up a little bit of play style, and once you move over from a new conference or move over to a new conference. And Scott Pernstall in his 17th season has got the right group of players here in 2025 to start. Timmer going to clear this one. It'll be a throw in here for Alex Little. Tries to get this one to Shaw, but Timmer able to snuff it out. Able to head in some open space. And now it's cleared. Well, a lot of fight shown from the Trolls to begin this one after going down 3 goals, but it looked like it could get worse here. Natalie Graham up the right side, centers it, punched away by Uribari. It's still kept out. Gilles trying to lay this one on. Shot taken and collected. Kelsey Carwick able to turn and fire. Prime opportunity there for Viterbo once more. Great goalkeeping, great defending all around by Trinity Christian. Keep that one out. Coming off of a midweek bout where gave up 3 goals to St. Xavier, got shut out. Finally back on the board with a goal, however, here in this one. Trying to float it just outside the 18-yard box. Played down, racing to the near side is Weineke. And a shot all the way down the pitch to Aaron Brooks. Collected by Uribari. Now to play on the far side. Looks like we got one sub going to be checking on in for Trinity Christian. It's had it during the men's game, stayed during the women's game. Great day for some soccer, however, you know. Ball played in, and Hadley Dammer able to get to it and clear this one out. Turbo with a comfortable 3-1 lead, however, here in the first half. 3 goals in 10 minutes to begin it. 2 by Paxton Bristol and 1 by Brindley Kelly. The freshman doing all the work here in this one up front. As those two continue to be the most prolific goal scorers on the club. Bristol now with 6 on the year. Kelly now with 7. Tied for the CCAC conference lead. But Trinity Christian remaining in their attacking half. 4 defenders staying back, because they know that Viterbo can break. This one played all the way through to Brooks, who collects it. Has Madison Ling on for Madison Dominga. At that last sub in. As Timmer heads this one out of bounds, resulting in a throw in for Viterbo. Throw in from Little, trying to feed it downfield to Natalie Graham. Immediately punched out of bounds, and resulted in another throw-in just a little bit farther up the line here. Little to do it once more. Trying to get in the 18-yard box, threw it straight up in the air. It comes right down to the feet of Grace Weineke. Tries to play the ball forward, and here come the Trolls once more. Rochelle Pinto. Taken away. Little once again, trying to feed it forward to Shaw. A whole lot of room in front of her. She barrels into the box. Trying to get on her left foot. Feeds it inside. Cleared out. All the way back to Giels. As being taken down to the ground is Casey Hill. A foul is called against Casey Hill, a junior. Pled to the official that I didn't do it. I think she did, yeah. And grabbing her, taking her down. Should mention once again that our statistician or our rules analyst, producer, camera operator, no way up here doing all the work. Toughest job of all. He's got to sit and listen to me for 180 minutes today, so not bad at all. Except for the sun. That's really the only drawback of being up on top of the hill here. We're sitting right next to you up on the camera. That sun starts to come down. I can imagine that the glare from the sun when you're watching can make it a little difficult, especially when it gets lower, a little bit later into these matches. Aside of that, I don't mind being so high up like this. I don't mind it. Get a great view not only of the action, but also the scenery. With the bluffs in the background, the marsh as well. Sometimes you'll see a train. It's not bad at all. Of course, you mentioned it, Oktoberfest weekend. Have a parade and everything. And the fest grounds tonight. It's going to be rocking. Got to be safe, though. That's another thing, too. A lot of people get down there, you know, more people, more problems, right? 17 minutes left to play here in the first half. I guess that'd be my warning if anybody's listening at home and they say, you know what, maybe we will go out tonight. Huh? Listeners from all over, watchers from all over, however. As you say, as far away as Alhambra, California. That's where Anna Prokopek-Uretta's from. Imagine maybe her parents out there. Bit long of a drive, California to lacrosse here tonight, I suppose. Should have left 2 days ago, my honest opinion. Turbo playing tough. Trinity Christian, despite going down 3 goals, able to get a goal back on a penalty kick. Converted by Nuria Genk in the 16th minute. That's how we have the scoreline that we do. Paxton Bristol 2 goals. One assisted by Kelsey Carweek and the other assisted by Brindley Kelly. Kelly with a goal and an assist in this one. All the way back to Bubbers. Looking for Shaw. Tough in defense. Emily Timmer, she's put in a great shift against Shaw on that right side. They'll try to feed her forward once more. Headed up by Carweek. Now Bugard. Trying to get it forward to Genk. Up the right side now, trying to get it to Shaw, as sliding in for it is Timmer. She'll take it away, race up the left side. She's taken down. Clean, says the official. Good move by Alex Little. I'll be out for a throw, and great stuff there by Timmer, able to get in front of Shaw and force that ball a little bit deeper. Geels will come off. It'll be Ashley Tupper now, junior midfielder. Appeared in 2 matches so far this season. Has not made any starts. This will be her 3rd appearance out there. Has recorded 3 shots, one of which on goal. Haven't been able to convert, however. Ball falls back to Timmer. Deflected. Boogert still pushing forward. Now Viterbo in control. Great stop there by Malia Kitts, able to get a leg up to prevent the pass going forward for Viterbo. Now one out of bounds. I think there's some sort of bird squeaking over here. Can't necessarily see him, but boy, he's making a lot of noise. Who he's rooting for, we may never know. Sit up there making nests and just, I mean, they got the best spot in the house, I suppose. Keeping it light here on the broadcast, right? 3-1 the score. Viterbo in front of Trinity Christian. Got the Hawk Sports Network. Be the last game of September for both sides. Their next match for both of them being on Wednesday. Trinity Christian will take on Calumet on the road, and for Viterbo, they head down to Davenport to take on St. Ambrose. Viterbo looking for a 4th goal, trying to get back to a 3-goal advantage. Good move there by Melanie Arredondo. As Tupper battling with Pinto, and it'll be a foul called, and Viterbo wins possession back. Here with about 12 minutes left to play, sitting in the 34th minute of the half. Other scores from around the CCAC here on this Saturday. St. Xavier with a 4-0 victory over Indiana South Bend. Judson over Mount Mary, 5-0. Both those squads just played these 2 squads. Mount Mary losing to Trinity Christian 5-0. And for Judson being handed a 4-1 loss against Viterbo. Olivet Nazarene and Holy Cross tonight, as well as St. Ambrose and St. Francis. Ball fed to Little here on the right side, trying to play it forward. As once again, Timmer preventing the run of Shaw. Timmer on the right side. All she can do is play this one out. Resulting in throwing for Little once more. Comes right to Shaw. She can't play it down. Out of bounds it goes, and Timmer will now do the throw. We got a pair of subs coming on for the away side here. Make a quick stoppage and play. Clock continues to run, however. Kind of the beautiful thing about it. Clock really only stops for what? Goals and injuries? Shaw trying to feed this one forward. Bristol, can she get to it? Headed up in the air, closer to goal, and it's knocked down by Uribari. She's now able to collect it, but no easy task when Paxton Bristol's looking for her 3rd of the evening. St. Ambrose, you said that so much, I'm starting to say it again. Trinity Christian trying to press forward just outside the box. He'll turn away. Here's Bristol up the left side. She's cut off. Ball taken away. Bristol knocks down her defender. Good defense there by Malia Kitts. Play to the far side and rolled out of play. Will result in a throw in deep in the Trinity Christian attacking half. Final 10 minutes here of the first half. Taya Sandoval and Lily Surgic on for Trinity Christian at that last substitution spot. Throw in. Headed straight up in the air, and once again it'll stay in bounds and take a kick at it. They'll head it back to each other. Trying to get something forward here. Looks like might have an opportunity. Till it rolls out of bounds. Mackenzie Langland closest one doing the work with the throw-ins and whatnot. Ever since Viterbo able to put up the first 3 goals in the first 10 minutes, have kind of played back a little bit more. Have had opportunities on breakaways and whatnot, but no real build-up. Not like Trinity Christian has been since their penalty kick goal. As Sandoval fires this right into the defense, a long ball played over the top and out of the goal once again, and kind of kicked it off her knee. There was Urabari, but her teammates able to help clear it. Carwick plays it to the far side. It's a great side tackle. They're going to say play on. Despite Graham going down, great in defense there for Trinity Christian. Turbo ever resilient, however. Is now a stoppage and play is called. Or not quite. I don't necessarily know what that was. I thought ball was kind of left. It was kicked forward. Nobody went after it. And then Trinity Christian, I believe it was Mackenzie Lang who ran all the way down there to kickstart it. So a bit miscommunication now. Turbo will get a sub in here. It will be Brennan Atwood. And coming off is Melanie Arredondo. Trinity Christian pushing forward once again. Boogard goes to her far corner till it's played out of bounds. Result in a corner kick here for Trinity Christian. Over to take it is Lily Surgic. Try to get ahead on it and close the deficit down to 1 perhaps. Surgic can get a good ball in. Got only 3 defenders back. That one chested away by Bubbers. This one sent back to Brooks and collected. Cora Ballinger on for Arredondo and Madison Tominga on for Samantha Wind. The last substitution. Ella Hager for Paxton Bristol. So a new face up front for the V-Hawks. Of course, with the free-flowing substitutions here at the collegiate level, we'll likely see Bristol back on if this game gets a little more dicey. Corner's got a long season with quite a few matches to play during the week. You know, that's always something you got to keep in the back of your mind is player fitness. And the subs help. The constant substitutions always help with that quarrel. Turbo in control of possession right now. Out in some open space, looking to run forward with it. As Shaw able to get past Timmer. She'll race forward with it. A couple defenders closing in on her. Puts on her right foot and buries it into the back of the net. Evelyn Shaw's third goal of the season makes this a 4-1 contest. Able to slip her defender, and with two more closing in on her, perfectly placed ball to put it past Michelle Urabari. And it's all Viterbo here in the first half. 5 minutes left to play. Goal coming in the 40th minute. One goal given up by Viterbo, a penalty kick to Naria Genk. And they're looking for more once again as Timmer plays this to the near side, almost inadvertently giving it away as she'll kick this one out of bounds. Resulted in a throw in a dangerous spot with Evelyn Shaw standing the closest to the throw-in. Little trying to throw this one in deep. Got some bodies forward. Throw-in comes in. Falls loose just outside the 18-yard box. Turbo staying tough with it till it's cleared away. Ball tossed in. And Timmer will have to clear this one out of play, resulting in another throw-in. Final 3 minutes here in the first half. Viterbo asserting dominance, up by 4 goals. Got off to a 3-0 lead in the first 10 minutes. But Naria Genk able to put one in the back of the net, and then moments ago, Evelyn Shaw on the 41st able to make it a 4-1 game. Here in the 43rd minute, about 2 minutes left to play now here in the first half. Trinity Christian trying to push forward with it. Tough with it is Sandoval. Able to get it forward. Racing after it is Ellie Hedges. She'll just elect to kick this one out of bounds. It'll be a deep throw-in for the Trolls once more. It'll be Ling to take the throw-in on the far side. Trying to get a goal late here in the first half. This one flicked towards the net, but well wide. The result in a corner now, and Serjak willing to take it. Stands over the ball in the corner. Serjak on her left foot, plays it short. It's headed right back to her by Bubbers and out of play, resulting in another corner kick. This one's actually going to leave in the small opening and roll down by the softball field. She'll have to race out of the field of play and retake it with 1:20 left here in the first half, entering the final minute. Whole host of bodies sitting right in that goal. Ball lofted in, had it away, this time by Hedges. And it'll result in another corner, and almost exact replay of what just happened. Ball went out of play. asking for a throw in and asking for a ball, and the person didn't want to give it to her. Final minute here of the half, down to the final 40 seconds. Surjek with her third. Headed up and goes across the face of goal to the left side. Coming after it is Madison Ling by the near corner. Out of play, result in a goal kick here for Aaron Brooks. Final 20 seconds here of the first half. Turbo up by a pair of goals, up by 3 goals. They've scored 4. All over the place here. Final 5 seconds. 4, 3. This one rolls out of bounds, and that'll do it for the first half. A dominating performance by Viterbo. 2 goals by Paxton Bristol, 1 by Brindley Kelly in the first 10 minutes. Made it 3-0, and then a penalty kick converted by Naria Geck. Drew the Trolls back with a goal. And then with 5 minutes left to play in the first half, Evelyn Shaw put it past the netminder for the 4th goal of the half. We'll step away. We'll be back in 15 minutes. And when we come back, we'll play the final 45 of the day here from this Viterbo soccer doubleheader. Viterbo up 4-1. The women's side over Trinity Christian on the V-Hawk Sports Network.
Is it in lacrosse?
Yeah. It's like
Now that I say it more and more, I'm like, I've definitely heard of it. I don't think I've ever been there.
it's like a 2-minute walk from our university. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, they're really not hiding this. My son is beaming. I just hope we don't go through another injury time like that again. It's what, 7 minutes?
It don't sound like a trip, but people get hurt. Like, I'm not rooting for them. I just want them to get up and get off. That's the real reason I don't root for anybody too. It's not me at stake on that one. All ready?
Yeah.
We got a new set of 45 on the scoreboard for this second half of play. Viterbo currently in front 4-1 over Trinity Christian. The only thing that changes from the first half is that now Viterbo moving from right to left and Trinity Christian from left to right. An entertaining first half that saw 3 goals in the first 10 minutes. Paxton Bristol dispatching 2 of them. She's on pace for she's going to be looking for that third one here in the second half. And Brindley Kelly able to dispatch the other one. Evelyn Shaw able to find the back of the net for Viterbo, and that's how they put up their 4 goals. But Naria Geck for the Trolls able to dispatch a penalty kick to make it 4-1. So we got a new set of 45 counting down. 45 minutes from now, we'll have ourselves a victor, have ourselves a loser, and if Trinity Christian can put across 3 goals, then we'll have a draw, I suppose. It's one thing. It's, so ingrained in American culture where it's either winners or losers. There's no draws except for the beautiful game of soccer. Except for in the NFL where you can still tie. And, sometimes that's very admirable. I never understood that. It's like it's not okay to draw in baseball or basketball. It would be very tough to draw in basketball, I suppose. They have they have overtime hockey, sudden death, and then soccer. It's like, oh, you can't draw. What are you? Come on, what is this? And then football, it's like, well, they played evenly, and it's 17-17. It's like, well, I guess. I suppose that's just over explaining. You over-explain or simplify anything to its smallest degree, it does sound pretty boring, right? I could say, football, all American football is just tackling a guy and running around for 4 quarters, It's like, well, that makes it sound boring, but then, there's the stuff in between it that makes it sound like baseball. All they do is hit a ball and they run around with a stick, and it's like, well, that sounds boring. It's same for soccer. They run around for 90 minutes and they kick the ball. Exactly. Personally, I'll never disparage anybody for finding interest in anything as long as they're having a good time, really. And, of course, we can sit down and have a good time together. And that's what we're doing here this afternoon. Got 43 minutes left in this one. In fact, we've already gotten through one game where Viterbo, the men's side, able to collect a big victory over the St. Ambrose Fightin' Bees. Whereas the men's side remained perfect on the conference schedule, as racing up the far side was Paxton Bristol. The women's side looking to remain undefeated as well. Their only loss coming in non-conference play so far this season. That was against St. Thomas, Florida. They did play an exhibition against St. Thomas, Minnesota. That ended in a 5-0 loss, but exhibition does not count. It's holding it in the midfield is Carweek, has it taken away until it's given right back. Played forward to some open space, nobody there to retrieve it. And Mackenzie Ling tried to race forward with it. She gets taken down. Shaw able to win it back. Viterbo resets here. Tries to get it to the left side of the pitch, but unable to pick out that of Brindley Kelly. And now it'll roll out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Trolls here. You know, that whole sequence to enter back into the broadcast, looks like we have ourselves a moment where somebody needs some water, I suppose, is filling time. And, you know, as broadcasters, you know, the thing I found about, and I didn't really announce soccer all that much, and being able to do it on a more regular basis here, it's a lot like announcing baseball where, you know, when they're sitting there and they're kicking it between the outside of the 18-yard box and the outside of the 18-yard box, it just kind of floats in between midfield, you know, where you can kind of fill time. It's kind of the same in baseball. Now, you got to lock in when they're, you know, attack, right, where there's a guy one-on-one or there's, you know, there's a build-up going. You can tell that something might happen, you know. Then you got to lock in. But while they're doing stuff like this, like throwing the ball in, and see now Trinity Christian has it until it's kicked out of bounds. I can just kind of, that's why we have all these other numbers and these little stats we can talk about, right? We talk about the fact that, you know, we've already mentioned it, but Trinity Christian, the all-time matchup leader, 5 wins, 3 losses, and 2 draws for them. Viterbo, here's Brindley Kelly, centers it. Bristol fires it over the crossbar. Had it set up for trying to go for the hat trick. And it would have been their second assist for Brindley Kelly, but unable to convert the last kick. So that's what I'm saying. So any broadcasters listening at home saying, well, this guy stinks, I could probably do better. You probably could, and I'll give you everything I know about it. One played forward to Kelly once again, just outside the 18-yard line. In fact, a little bit inside it. The glare from the sun coming down on the white line kind of makes it tough to see as this one lofted well wide of the net. The shot taken by Casey Hill. 5 minutes into the second half. Turbo, a bit more evident on the attacking half here. Ball battled for and won for the moment till it's cleared away. Just a bit too much on that last touch, trying to break forward for Casey Hill. Karwiak tries to lay it forward to Paxton Bristol. Ends up behind her, and Timmer is going to clear this to the far side now to play on the far sideline. I'd say a pretty good-sized crowd here at the Viterbo Outdoor Athletic Complex. You know, fans bringing umbrellas. Got a couple bleachers on the near side right below us, and people covering the hill. We should get an umbrella. Our rules analyst, no way. As this ball played into the box. Still inside the box. Timmer trying to clear it away from Shaw. Shaw ever so prevalent, and ends up forcing a out-of-bounds kick. Throw in here for Alex Little. Little gets it into the box, headed away. Deflected, still inside the 18-yard box, so finally it's cleared. As far back as Little. Tries to fire that one in. Both teams continue to try to win something here. Karwiak in control. Tries to get to the far side till it's intercepted by Timmer. Or my apologies, not Timmer, but Weineke. Able to make it to the corner, and Little win a throw-in. Going to get a run-up on this one to try to get this one deep inside the 18-yard box. Got a couple of heads to pick out. Tries to loft it in deep. A collision and bounced right back out to Weineke. She'll clear it and out of bounds. But a stellar first half offensively for Viterbo. Able to dispatch 4 goals. Right on pace with their one home victory against Governor State here. And managed to put 6 goals in the back of the net there. This season at home, they are 2-1. That loss being to St. Thomas. Three goals in the second half for the Wildcats to procure the victory there. Great ball forward, able to find that in Ling. Well, Viterbo able to win at the last moment back and gets it back to Brooks. Clears out now the near side. Here's Casey Hill. Able to get past one defender. Still breaking forward with it. Will she lay it on? She will for Kelly. Kelly up the left side. Goes near the corner. And one touch of it from Aaliyah Kitts. Able to clear it out, so it'll result in another throw-in. To do the honors will be Ellie Hedges. She'll get this one in and back to Casey Hill. Likes to play it all the way back to Maya Bubbers. Now breaking forward with it is Little. Trying to get on the far side. Can't pick out Shaw, and out of bounds it goes. Resulting in a throw-in. Ball tossed into the box. Coming out to get it is Uribari. The last moment as Kelly made her way towards the ball. Ball left loose for Surgic here. She tries to put a shot on her left foot. It rolls all the way through, chipped on, and collected by Brooks, but Madison Ling was there. Probably the best chance here in the second half for Trinity Christian. Try to close the gap. Trying to get that deficit, trying to cut it in half. Has a bit too much on the push there by Ellie Hedges. She's going to bring down Ling. Of course, as we mentioned, coming up for Trinity Christian, they're on the road, take on Calumet October 1st. Same night, different spot for Viterbo. They'll make their way down to Davenport, take on St. Ambrose there, another conference clash. This ball sent in by Arredondo into the box, headed straight up. Trying to play it down, a foul called, however, and it'll be Viterbo winning the free kick. Now, in these last 5 games for Viterbo, they have played 2 exhibition matches. Their first game being August 23rd against St. Thomas, or August 21st against the College of St. Mary, Nebraska, where they got a win. A couple subs to check on for Trinity Christian. And they got handed a loss to St. Thomas on August 23rd and did not play another match that would go in the record books until September 17th against Governor State. They play Northern Iowa and the UW lacrosse club team. You know, all that time off, you know, I start to think maybe, you know, the actual game pace of the match, you know, having that break, but they have surged in that time. That ball rolled out of bounds, and it looks like it will be a goal kick. Another sub on here for Viterbo. Their next home match Saturday next weekend against Holy Cross. back here at home. On the back line walking with it is Hadley Dammer. She tries to get into the far side, trying to find Shaw, but it's cleared out. The Viterbo bench remains loud. Trying to get behind their team. Ball thrown in, finding Taminga. Lofts it up. Just outside the 18-yard box, headed away. As going down hard from the hit from Melanie Arredondo. But looking outside of the greater world of football, I guess, Chris, big win over Liverpool today. Saw that one. Playing some good ball. West Ham fired their manager. Long time coming. I, being a West Ham fan, we got to go through this again. You know, the whole manager change and everything. Won the Conference League going on 2 years now, and it's never been the same since. Played out the back, and it'll result in a goal kick here for Urabari. And I understand, you know, it's like a third-rate cup trophy, right, when it's Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, but it means something to me, man. It's still European. Yeah, champions of Europe. Yeah, you know, we played teams from Cyprus to get there. You know, not necessarily the European giants of Germany and France or Spain, but the cup is a cup. Yeah. But in that time, now 3 different managers. So no, they're not doing something right. I'm excited. They got the old manager from Nottingham Forest who was driven out because the Greek owner of Nottingham Forest, you know, he wasn't happy with him whatsoever for whatever reason. Then they split. So I don't know, but exactly, you know. But that's kind of the news. This one rolls out of bounds in the far corner. It'll be a throw in here. Genk will not elect to take it, as the throw-in will come in from Mackenzie Ling. 4-1 the score here. Viterbo comfortably in front. Trolls have put the pressure on. It's headed down and one on the throw-in by Carwick. Till it's taken away. Ball remains loose for the time being. Nobody with any real possession. The shot comes in. It'll be collected easily. Malia Kitts from distance. Saw an opportunity. Decided to take it. And that's the thing with the Trinity Christian squad. You take a look at goal scorers. The Genk leads away with 2, now 3 after a penalty kick. Say she's probably up there with Grace Weineke, who also has 3, so we got a tie for 3 now. But having, you know, you see that where that highly sought after position of a forward, a number 9, true number 9. Was able to take the ball and really make things happen up front. As this shot deflected, falls to Shaw. Or not Shaw, Kelly, as trying to center it. It's cleared away. Great defense there by Trinity Christian. Behind the ball, taken down, was Gabrielle Lebrun, sophomore, playing in her 5th match this season. That's the thing with Viterbo. You see that almost a complete polar opposite when you got Paxton Bristol Brindley Kelly. And on top of that, Evelyn Shaw, all prolific when it comes in that final third up the pitch. Free kick taken, rolls all the way through to Uribari. Like to punt this one away. We get to Minga. She'll try breaking forward with it. Tries to pick out Renee Vandertweeg. Can't quite get it to her. Great ball forward here, able to find Brindley Kelly. Kelly in now. Tries to center it. Set it up perfectly for Natalie Graham. Wasn't on her right foot, however, to try to put that one in the back of the goal. Now quickly come the Trolls once more. .26 minutes left to play here from the Viterbo Outdoor Athletic Complex. Trying to make it a clean sweep. Men's team with a big victory over St. Ambrose earlier today. More subs coming on in for both sides. Headed up and out of bounds. Tell you what, no way. We'll get you a hat so then you're not having to hold up. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot today. I didn't grab my hat. I thought it was going to be cloudy.
Yeah. See, I was worried it was going to be a little chillier. You know, that's what I was worried about. But it was a perfect day for soccer. Perfect day for Viterbo Athletics as well. Well on their way to picking up 2 wins here this Saturday. As they're looking for more. Hedges now into the box, cleared out. How about that by Alexa Clark, able to clear that one out. Result in a corner kick, however, for Viterbo. But Ellie Hager on for Kelsey Karwiak. Alexa Clark on for Cora Bollinger for Trinity Christian. Comes to corners. Viterbo will be there first. Trinity Christian with 4. 3 of them all within a span of a minute. Take this one will be Casey Hill. Gets this one low to the near post. It's cleared out as it falls right to the feet of Kelly. Remains in the box, headed down, chested. Now trying to clear, remains loose. It's anybody's ball at this point. Now they get it to Kelly. Now all the way back here to Hill. Hill going to try to float this one in, trying to pick out Ellie Hedges. This one rolls out of bounds, result in a throw-in. Or my apologies, but a goal kick. As Mackenzie Ling tried to explain to the referee that maybe a foul should have been called. Loud punt as Arredondo holds it. Trying to break forward, working against Natalie Graham. She's able to break forward here. Ball played forward. A little miss kick, but nothing too worrisome. Ball over the top, able to pick out Brindley Kelly, and the flag is up. I think Noe thought she was on sides. Got to bring out the VAR with the lines on the field.
That's how we should add that now.
Yeah, yep. But stuck at a stalemate here in the second half. No goals provided by either side. Viterbo has had a couple chances. Trinity Christian's had some opportunities. That one deflected all the way back to Brooks. Brooks hasn't had to face too much opposition when it comes to goals coming her way. She has made 2 saves, 3 on goal. One of them allowed in, but on a penalty kick. I guess you could put like a little asterisk next to it, I suppose. Not in the free-flowing momentum of play. She went the right way, too, on it. So, just unlucky. Say so much of any sort of sport, you know. It's need a little bit of luck with all that skill, you know. Got about 20 minutes left to play here from the Outdoor Athletic Complex. Sitting here in about the 70th minute. Turbo once again trying to break forward as Shaw almost able to get to a great stop by Ling. She'll try to play forward on the far side, just out of reach of the run to her intended target. Ling back to return this one, and she'll like to kick this one out of play. Result in a deep throw in here in the attacking half for Viterbo now. Ball sent on goal, and nothing that Uribari can't handle. She'll try to get it out quick to the right side to Vandertweed. That's another thing in the big difference between the men's game and the women's game, especially it's how the makeup of the roster. You know, we talk about how cool it is to have so many different players from so many different countries. But here, everybody is from the United States. Different parts of the United States, of course. Idaho, Minnesota, California, Michigan, Wisconsin. They all, yeah. Speak regional forms of American English, right? A little twang. Little sayings and nuances, I suppose. Compared to the men's team, I mean, I can't imagine for you guys. You learn every language. That one punted out of play. That's what you were telling me. There's no way he's part of the men's soccer team, playing the JV side and the reserve squad. So I think the last time he said, outside of hello, the first words you learn are usually not the good words. Throw in from Ellie Hedges here on the near side. I got a couple subs in. Ball play to the left side. Hedges once again tries to play it into Kelly. Kelly takes it on back. It's deflected. Reaching that of Dammer. She'll get it to the far side. Racing after it here is LeBrun. Able to sneak it through to Shaw. Gives it right back. LeBrun now. Taken down, and a flag comes up. Easy foul call there for the official. So it appears that Alex Little will walk her way over to it. They'll build the wall. In no rush. Clock on their side, scoreboard on their side. 4-1. Viterbo in front. 17:30 left to play from the Viterbo Athletic Field. There's a right foot swung on in and collected by Uribari. She'll try to release it quick, finding Genk. A break forward. Tries to feed it. Great ball. But a bit too much on the final touch there by Weineke. here in the 74th minute. On in for Viterbo. Throw-in comes in for the Trolls. Somebody for Viterbo hits the deck. Result in a spot kick here. But Alyssa Gill for Emily Timmer. Timmer's been great on that far side, as we said, all afternoon, dealing with the likes of Evelyn Shaw. Shaw able to get the better of her the one time. Outside of that, say she's been pretty good. Paxton Bristol back on for Natalie Graham. So the clock stops for the time being. And we'll get back to play relatively shortly. And there it is. Pretty short. This Genk lays a little softly, and for a moment it was taken away. Ball played forward once again. Vander Teague, the closest to it, able to head it down. Play to the near side to Bristol. Once again, a bit too much on that initial touch to play it forward. Sophia Biskin able to get to it. Gives it off to Vander Teague. She tries pressing forward. Finds Genk. Genk going to go forward. Tries to cross up her defender. Is taken down, however, by Casey Hill. Hill has her pass taken away, and she'll deflect it before it goes out of bounds, resulting in a throw-in. A change of goalkeepers as Leslie Ordonez comes on for Michelle Uribari. Uribari, take a look at her night statistically in this one. Made 4 saves, allowed 4 in on 8 shots against her. Pressing forward, here's Tominga. Tominga tries to feed it forward. Coming out to get it, however, is Brooks. She'll jump on it. Win a round of applause for the move there. Of course, tough for her, I'd say. Had to come in for the injury of Madison Zelm, and since then has been pretty good. Brooks with 2 saves, 3 shots on goal, as we said. The one goal that did go in was a penalty kick. Ball turned in and deflected away. And a foul called. As Ellie Hager getting a bit too much of the opponent. But for Leslie Ordonez, she comes in as a new goalkeeper for the Trolls. 2 games played, none of which starts. She'll be called upon here. Saw the free kick taken, almost sneaks it in on the near post. I think Brooks got to it, realized that was going out of play. May have touched it on its way out. Result in a corner. Over to take it is Madison Tominga. Right foot trying to curl it in. Doesn't find Bastion in anybody. Other ball played in here by Vander Teague until it's cleared out. Battling for position, Natalia Garita goes out of bounds. Result in a throw, and we got 2 more subs checking on for Viterbo. As we stated, all the goals coming in the first half. Penalty kick for Naria Genk. for Trinity Christian, then Paxton Bristol with 2 goals, Brindley Kelly with a goal, and Evelyn Shaw with a goal, all in the first half. And now 4 more subs to check on for the Trolls. Maya Bubbers, Anna Prokopek-Ureta coming on at the last sub spot for Viterbo. It'll be Maddie Bugard and Grace Painter. Grace Weineke coming off, as well as Naria Genk. As Hedges plays it back. Taya Sandoval for Madison Tominga. Has a little too much power, trying to get that one forward to Paxton Bristol. And Madison Ling for Renee Vanderteeg. Here's Kelly, gets it back. Going to fire a shot on Ordonez. She collects it. Effort there turned on by Casey Hill. Sitting in the 79th minute, drawing closer to the final 10 here. Here's Paxton Bristol now. Trying to get it to her inside the 18-yard box. She's closed out by Sophia Biskin. So she's able to get it back. Bristol now. Just outside the 18-yard box. Trying to slip through a defender, and it'll take her down. Well, not much going for either side here. I believe in total probably 4 shots on goal the entire second half here. Credits to Trinity Christian really to start getting things going the right way for them. As we said at the top of the broadcast, 1 win in their last 5 matches. Coming off of a 2-1 start, then proceeded to lose the next 4 matches. Now it's Calumet. Always somewhat of a easier squad to take on. There's a ball forward for Bugard. Bugard going out wide on the left-hand side. Tries to scoop a ball in, trying to pick out the head of Madison Ling. Ling now walks into the box with it. Looks like it was a pass, deflected right back to her. Is now turned centerward. Shot there taken by Sandoval and cleared out by Viterbo. Calumet currently 1-3-2 overall. 0-2 in conference play. They got a bout tonight. That'll be next up for Trinity Christian for Viterbo. They're taking on St. Ambrose. St. Ambrose 1-1-1 in conference play. All right, now Viterbo trying to chase that of St. Xavier. Perfect 4-0 start for them. Viterbo well on their way to a 4-0 start. We got 8 minutes left to play here from the Outdoor Athletic Complex, however. Circle that one. You have to wait until October 21st for Viterbo and St. Xavier. Be right here on that Tuesday afternoon. V-Hawk Sports Network, of course. Staying tough, however, the Trolls trying to get a goal here late. They've had some good balls near the entry of goal, but nobody there to get that final kick to try to put it in. Another throw in here for Mackenzie Ling on the left side. Brinley Kelly chasing after that one. Body at the last moment. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Viterbo. Throwing awarded. Now went out of play. Got a couple more subs checking on for Viterbo. Brennan Atwood for Evelyn Shaw. Hadley Vanderbent for Trinity Christian. Carolyn Burgard for Ellie Hedges. Another throw awarded to Viterbo. Here in the 83rd minute. And cleared out by Ordonez. Be a throw and taken right by the Viterbo bench here. Now one headed toward goal, but out of play, and it'll result in Ordonez getting the free kick here. One more sub checking on for Trinity Christian. As Alyssa Gill do the honors of throwing this one in. Final 6 minutes now. But Samantha Wind checking in for Mackenzie Ling. Viterbo. Their side of the field. Now breaking forward with it is Madison Ling. Ling with some room to run. Tried to skip it forward. Almost won it back. And successfully does for a moment. Foul is called against Viterbo. As the Trolls remain prevalent in their attacking half. Standing over this one is Pinto. Try to get a good ball inward. Trying to sneak one by Aaron Brooks. Ball turned into the box, remains loose, headed down. And Viterbo able to clear it as far back as Pinto. Or Garita. Left loose, picking it up, puts a shot on goal, and unable to get that one to bounce the right way off the far post and in. As Brooks able to get a finger on it to redirect it just enough. Samantha Wind, mere inches from getting that one inside the goal. Best opportunity Trinity Christian have had. An open play trying to get themselves a goal. As Brinley Kelly will make her way off. And Minnie Clemens Mollum will enter into the fold. Clock ticks down here. There'll be a free kick just outside the 18-yard box. Making her way over to it is Casey Hill to take a dangerous spot here for Viterbo. Try to look for one more to put this one away. The right foot tries to curve it in. Ball remains loose at the back post. Unable to get it in, however. Then cleared out of play. Prokopik Ureta was the last person to it. But at that point had no angle on trying to direct that one goal bound. And a quick foul called here. Set up another free kick for Viterbo. Take this one will be Hadley Dammer. Tries to send this one in. Knocked down by Burgard. Deflected, a result in another corner. As Kelsey Carwick checks back on, Casey Hill, likely her afternoon will come to a close with 2 minutes remaining. Carwick to take this one. I suppose goal differential typically is a tiebreaker. Got to get all the goals you can here in conference play. This one's set on top of the goal and out of play. Down to the final 2 minutes here in the 88th minute. Ball kicked away by Ordonez. Gets it to midfield. Cleared away by Bubbers. Kicked forward by Wind for the Trolls. Rains on the Viterbo half and then another foul called. As clock ticks down, we got about a minute remaining here from the Viterbo Outdoor Athletic Complex. Full 180 minutes played here. Back-to-back men's game beforehand. Viterbo getting a comfortable win there. Free kick into the box and played out and will result in a goal kick for Ordonez here. Clock ticks down, final 30 seconds. Both teams killing time by keeping that ball up in the air. Chasing after this one is Atwood to the corner. She goes with it. Can't win it back, and a foul called. And likely one final kick here, 10 seconds remain. Ball played forward, chested up. And they'll both stand over the ball, and that'll do it here. As the Viterbo V-Hawks remain undefeated in conference play, of 4-1 victory over the Trinity Christian Trolls as the Trolls fall to 1-3 in conference play. Quick look at some of the goals in this one, all coming in the first half. Paxton Bristol in the 3rd minute, assisted by Brindley Kelly. Kelly would get a goal of her own. 2 minutes later, make it 2-0, and then Paxton Bristol again. All happening within the first 10 minutes of the match, making it 10-0 or 3-0 Viterbo. Then a penalty kick goal for Naria Genk to make it 3-1, and then right before the halftime buzzer, Evelyn Shaw with a goal to make it 4-1 Viterbo. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Trinity Christian, as we mentioned, back on the road against Calumet on October 1st. Wish them the best of luck on the rest of their campaign. A safe trip back to Palos Heights, Illinois. For Viterbo, they're back on the road on September 1st against St. Ambrose. Next time they're at home, Holy Cross, next Saturday. So that being said, Viterbo with a big victory for No Way. I'm Cooper Lipsky saying good night, so long. We hope to see you again sometime soon here on the VHawk Sports Network. Viterbo with a victory, 4-1 over Trinity Christian.